So, Michael, I want to get you briefly on this. I've heard the minority suggest that this was avoidable. This is self-inflicted. Listening to Dr. Abe now, it sounds like it was unavoidable. And in fact, they have done the very best that could be done.
Samson, good morning to your listeners, your viewers. Is good Dr. Randy Abe is here. And I think quite clearly Isaac explained the issues very well. He's done very well, except to say that between 2020 to 2023, one of the reasons why the price was going up was not just because of the FX factor, but also the LID, the living income differential of $400 that came to add to the pricing. So that was also a factor that increased the price between 2020 to 2023. Now to the main question that you ask, that the situation is something that they couldn't have done anything about. I think it is a self-inflicted problem, because right here, Dr. Randy Abe is saying that even the 26th cocoa, part of it had already been sold. So it means that in 2024, the previous administration has sold forward the 24-25 cocoa and sold part of 25-26 cocoa. That is why he's trying to say. No, you just said part of the 26 cocoa had already been sold So, and you mentioned
25, yes.
And you mentioned that you have sold
not 26. 82%. He said 24-25.
He said, so I wrote it down. Yeah, he said part of 26. Then unless you change.
No, I mean 25-26.
Yes,
that's what I mean.
So 25,
so part of 25-26
yes,
had already been forward
24-25.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's
I get that. Please proceed. Yeah.
So you are saying that the previous administration has sold part of 25-26 cocoa.
No. That's not what I mean. 24-25 started in September.
Yes.
And then in August.
They have sold it. And you are saying part of 25-26 had already been sold.
Yes, not by the previous administration. That's not what I mean. The previous administration was in office September, October, November, December. Yes, but the season continued January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Okay. The 82% that you are saying has been sold.
Yes.
Which period was it sold?
From, let's say, about March of 2025 to August of 2025.
Is it the same buyers that bought the cocoa?
When is it?
The same buyers you sell to?
Yes.
So how come the buyers are saying they won't buy now? And how come you couldn't sell, if you were able to sell 82%, have you delivered all the 82%? No.
Yes.
You've delivered all the 82%? No. So how come you couldn't sell the rest? That is why we are saying it's a trading option gone wrong.
I am
because,
surprised.
No, don't be surprised. You have the opportunity to sell forward.
You should have an answer to that question. I think it's a legitimate question he's asking you. Because from my layman's understanding,
yes,
if there is a forward sale,
exactly,
yes,
and you say you have delivered,
yes,
then we shouldn't have a problem.
You shouldn't have a problem. No. Based on what did you announce, achieve that FOB price that you announced last year? It is based on the forward sales you made. That gives you clarity of the next season. Then you come and announce, and when you are calculating your forward sales, you take the main crop aggregates multiplied by the price, the prevailing price. You take, if you have, let's say, some rollovers, you take the rollovers aggregate multiplied by prevailing price, then your projected light crop aggregate by the prevailing price, you add all these to achieve your FOB price, which you came to announce in October last year. Last year, you announced price in August, didn't you?
Yes.
Why did you announce it in August?
We opened the season in August.
You opened the season earlier,
yes,
because you were supposed to open it in October. But the reason you had to open it earlier is because earlier in the year, you had come out to announce that in October, you'll be increasing price, and because of that, the president also went out to say they will increase price in October. So the cocoa that they were supposed to bring, they were not bringing, so you had to open price the season in August so that you receive your beans. And that is why we are saying some of the comments you made outside affected cocoa board. Because you come out as far back as March to announce that I will increase pricing at the end of the season, everybody will hoard. LBCs will hoard, farmers will hoard. Nobody will bring the cocoa to you. So you were forced to come and announce price in August. And that just to make sure you get the beans and ship it to the place. You announced price earlier in August at a price of 3,625 per bag, using your forward sales that you've made. And Ghanaian farmers are given a guaranteed price. So once you give them a price of 3,625, it's supposed to cover the entire season. It means you have done your calculation to see how much you sold and how much you are getting. If the previous government in 2024 had been able to sell the whole season cocoa so that you come in and you do not have excess cocoa to give you problems to the extent that it's even eating into 2025, 2026. You come in, what you have to sell is 2025, 2026 cocoa. It gives you comfort. The same way you had the option of selling your cocoa for 2026.
So from where you sit, where is the problem? What is the problem?
The problem is that Dr. Randiabi last year, instead of selling 2025, 2026 cocoa all on forward, when they knew prices were very high, because mind you, I saw the projection that Isaac did. This is the first time in many years that prices have reached where they are. And the reason why prices were where they are is because there was a shortage in beans.
So you speak to the specifics. When you talk about prices at what point, and
prices moved
speak about them directly.
Prices moved from $2,000 to $3,000.
Right.
Prices have stayed at between $2,000 to $3,000 for a very long time.
Right.
Then from 2023, it starts to rise. It rises steadily. By the time middle of 2023 to 2024, it shoots up. By the time we get to 2024, we are around $10,000.
Right.
To the extent that even when we entered 2025, there was a particular day it went all the way to $13,000. Then it comes down between 12,000, comes to 8,000, 10,000. You know, cocoa is volatile. Yeah. Every day the prices they record. So today, yes, they are projecting it. Today you go to the market, it's 8,000. Tomorrow it can go to 8,500 or 9,000. It can come down the following day. So this is the first time you've had that in many years.
So from 10, it plummets.
So you know that it's not going to stay there forever because production has started increasing. Already, you have come to announce that you are expecting 650,000 metric tons. So the buyers know that this is not going to stay there forever. With that clarity, it is obvious, and it's the best decision to take is to sell your cocoa forward and take advantage of the position then.
Okay.
So once you've taken advantage
of the position, at what point?
From last year, they should have sold forward even their light crop beans, right, so that you know that within this season.
At the time when it was 10,000.
Yes, 8,000 to 10,000.
8,000 to 10,000. And now we
last year
having to
it had not dropped
at 3,000.
Exactly. So, and you knew that you have sold about 82% of your beans. You have light crop beans ahead of you. From this period going, it's light crop beans that will be coming.
So the problem is not selling.
It's not selling. That's why you have beans left, about 50,000 or 70,000 beans left. And you are claiming the buyer is saying your cocoa is expensive. No, it is not the buyer claiming your cocoa is expensive. Market has crashed. And you have stock. And you can't sell.
Your suspicion is that we're trying to hoard.
We're trying to hold on in expectation of higher price. Exactly.
So it's a loss.
It's a loss.
It's a business
wrong calculation that has been done. It's a wrong calculation that has been done.
Okay, so hold on. Randy will explain that.